Greetings, my fellow adventurers. I am Potato on a Quest, and today I've unfortunately found myself in a bit of a pickle here. I was venturing through the stringy caves searching for the fabled crystal violin, and foolishly got caught in this great big spider web. I've been trying to escape this confounded insect trap for hours, and it's so strong. At this rate, I worry about even if I'm able to make it home. They just have to forget about the violin at this point. Yeah. Oh, is this your web? I am so sorry. I thought this was a hammock. I'll just be, leaving now.
Why do you seek the crystal violin?
Oh, you heard that? Oh, to be honest, I don't know. I guess I just figured crystal, treasure, adventurer. I don't even play the violin. Well, I mean, I gave it a try in my childhood. Hey, you're not gonna eat me, are you?
Tell me about your childhood.
My childhood? Well, I think I had a good childhood mostly. You know, I had at least one bad teacher I really hated. Sometimes I did embarrassing stuff.
What kind of embarrassing stuff?
Well, I see now why they call you the Prider.
Did the bad teacher spank you in front of everyone? Deep in the mysterious Bustani jungle, far away from the world of men, lives a potato on his never-ending quest to do a thing.
Musical instruments. There's all kinds of musical instruments for making all kinds of different music. There's the stringy ones. There's the blowy ones. There's the kind that you hit, like with like the drums or the triangle. What's other things you hit? Baseball. Baseball is an instrument, right? All right, let me just cut to the chase already. I'm not a musically inclined person at all. I've tried to learn to play a number of instruments throughout my upbringing, but time and time again, I've always just kind of given up not too far down the line. I think in the end, I'm just not the kind of person that has the patience for keeping up learning songs / practicing. Maybe it's just that deep down I really don't care that much about playing music. I mean, you know, hats off to those who are well-learned in playing a musical instrument for sure. I'm not speaking ill of people who are musically inclined. I'm just not one of those people who's musically inclined. I have lots of family and friends that know how to play musical instruments. You know, my best friend in high school was actually pretty much always in band. He played the clarinet and bass clarinet and even the tuba our senior year. You know, even though I'm not a musical type person, there have been times that I have given musical instruments a go, and the first example of this is when I was in the 4th grade. In school, we had the opportunity to learn to play something for elementary band, and I decided I wanted to play the violin. I signed up for violin lessons that happened at school at some point in the week. I think it was Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? I want to say it was Wednesday. Unimportant detail. I do remember the fact that my parents had to rent a violin from the school for me. At first, I was pretty excited. I was going to play the violin. Ha! I was going to be a strings master. I learned how to hold it properly, where to put my fingers for each of the notes. They taught me about how to take care of your violin, and before too long, I learned how to play Hot Cross Buns and Mary Had a Little Lamb. Hey, this is cool. I'm learning to make music. I have vague memories of relatives wanting to hear me play when I was first starting out. I think I remember my grandma even took a video of me with her newish pre-smartphone era camera. It was all going swimmingly. At least it was at first. Our music books, as I recall at least, had the letter of each of the notes on the music sheets for beginner songs, aka the 2 songs that I just mentioned. And I actually relied on the letters themselves to know what the note was, because I guess I was just brain lazy or something. And that was all fine and well until turning the next couple of pages, and they removed the letters of the notes from the sheet music. Well, I wasn't ready for that yet. I learned the notes by name and what that meant my fingers needed to do, but I hadn't yet memorized the notes by where they were on the sheet music. I couldn't actually read the sheet music. And I gotta admit, that kind of stressed me out. I think this is the first sign that music just doesn't click with me. I may have been a slow child, but by all accounts, it shouldn't have been that much of a hurdle, though I also was very young. But I mean, regardless whether it was a situation I struggled with because it just didn't click with me or I was just being dumb, I just remember feeling like I was being rushed into trying to remember things when I felt like I needed more time to learn how to actually read the sheet music. I remember my mom encouraging me to practice the violin because before too long my first concert would come up, so I'd go play my hot crust buns and maybe had a little lamb a few times. I'd try to learn to play the violin other songs, but because I couldn't read the sheet music, I mostly just played those 2 songs again and again until I felt like I put enough time into it. Soon enough, all the other kids learning the string instruments were already able to play the violin a lot more than me, which just made me feel dandy. My motivation to practice violin began to drop lower and lower, and there were a fair number of times that I would rather do other things. I mean, hey, I was an expert at hot crust buns, though. I could have played that song one-handed. Wait, how do you play the violin one-handed? Or maybe use your mouth? I could play it with my eyes closed while sleeping. Yeah, that's it. I could have played that song in my sleep. So as you probably can guess, I knew very little songs on the violin, even by concert night. It was a clear challenge. I had to get out of there with my dignity in one piece and give a performance that meets the adults' expectations. But how to do it with the memorized musics in short supply? And so I knew that I had to do something incredibly clever. So I thought up the brilliant idea for all the songs that I didn't know, I would fake playing by just hovering my bow barely above the strings and hope that nobody would notice. Yeah, genius! No possible way for that to look ridiculous at all, just like no one's gonna notice me peeing my pants if everyone else and I are on opposite sides of the room. After a couple of songs with me totally faking, the kid sitting next to me, who was also on the violin, must have noticed that I was doing it because he whispered to me, "You know it's okay to not play if you don't know some of the songs." And I'm like, "Oh, really? Well, it's okay, but that'll mean that I'm just going to be doing a lot of sitting here." The kid sitting next to me also wasn't playing anything when he said that to me, so that probably helped me feel like he was legit and that I actually could not play, because now at least I'm not the only one just sitting there. Also, I have no idea if he was actually right when he said that, but I'm gonna say that he was because I want it to be right. Yeah, I probably would have kept trying to learn the violin, at least for the end of the school year. But that winter, my family actually moved away, and since the violin belonged to that school district, we had to give it back. It was too late for me to sign up for any music learning in the other school that I was going to, so I was just done with violin. I decided that if I was going to learn to play any musical instrument, that I would do it on my own time and at my own pace, not be subject to that feeling of being behind everyone else in school. As expected, I have indeed forgot everything about violin. It's all gone. I don't remember a darn thing. So yeah, that's my very short-lived violin story. Yeah, I tried a couple of instruments in my life, but
Did you actually pee yourself from across the room?
What? Hey now, no, that was just a joke, dude. That wasn't something that actually happened to me.
Did you ever wet the bed as a child?
Okay, I get it, Prider. You pry. Can you just get me out of here now? My wife is going to be worried sick if I don't start making my way home soon. Oh gosh, please, no! Stop!